So millions of people here in the United States are in a state of panic. They are concerned with not only their well-being, but their livelihood and now their safety. I want to address what's going on right now and why we are hearing from many law enforcement officials all across the United States that America is in a state of chaos. So I will address what's going on in just a moment. All I ask is one thing. It takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button. Enjoy these daily updates. And now let's begin. So here's what's happening at this time. Right now, we are seeing across many large cities. This is in Seattle, Washington, Chicago, Illinois, New York, Miami, Florida, Las Vegas, Nevada. We're also seeing this in Washington, D.C. Goes over as far as Oakland, California, and San Francisco, California as well. There's a lot of stuff happening. But in large cities, what is happening at this time is we are seeing crime increase. These are happening for multiple different reasons. And I want to show you a handful of articles here. One of them says, illegal immigrants bring gang ties and violent crime to sanctuary city, New York. You know how many sanctuary cities there are? There's over 600 sanctuary cities in the United States. Every single one of those cities, according to experts, has the possibility of seeing a higher crime rate in 2024 than they did in 2023. That's concerning. But look at this. This article right here, okay, this is from Bloomberg. It's saying that violent crimes are falling in the United States, in big cities. Look at this. This is homicides per 100,000 population. In Memphis, it is 55.4. That's a high number. The change from 2022, it's up 32.8%. Change from 2019, it's up 83.1%. But look at all the red. These are declining numbers down here. However, I want to be very specific on one thing. In this chart, according to the reports, the FBI does not use numbers from large cities. They normally go off of the numbers from suburbs. Well, here's the thing. The majority of crime that has happened in the United States over the past 3 years, it has actually transferred from the suburbs and the smaller towns to the larger cities where everybody was moving to, right? The cities where everything was happening. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now, I want to show you some other articles as well. Look at this one. California sending reinforcements as crime surges in Oakland. But why? Why is crime surging? Well, look at this article. More criminal suspects are shooting at Minnesota police officers, according to new data. Why are people shooting at police officers? Look at this one. And this is kind of going to get to the point. Chicago criminals out on probation, parole, and pretrial release continue violence in 2024. People that are out on probation, parole, and pretrial release, they're the ones that are committing crimes. Look at this one. The New York City police are investigating unprovoked subway attacks as the system sees crime increase. Didn't we just talk about how we were supposed to see crime get reduced? Is the federal government going to do anything about it? Well, look at this one. The feds are going to dispatch more resources to fight Washington's violent crime surge. Guess what? They're going to help Washington, D.C. What about all the other states? What about all the other cities? What about them? Well, I talked to somebody just this week. I spent a couple days down in Las Vegas, and again, another city that's seeing crime increase. But I took some notes. So I'm not going to say who this person is, but somebody that was part of the police force down in Las Vegas. And here's what they had to say. And so we weren't just discussing Las Vegas. I wanted more of a perspective from, more of the entire country. Well, here's what we were discussing. One of the reasons why we're seeing crime increase, and this could be homicides, this could be, petty theft. Okay, this could, I'm not going to list all the different possible things that are happening at this time. But one of the reasons why is because cities and states are actually cutting their budgets. So cities are cutting their budgets, so this is actually putting more people on the streets. Okay, because we do not have as much room for shelter because there's now so many illegal immigrants coming into the United States, taking some of those spots, some of those cots, those beds. Now people are on the street. Nobody wants to be on the street. So if you're living on the street, guess what you're probably going to do? You're probably going to fight, and you're going to steal, and you're going to do whatever you can to put food in your mouth to make sure your children are fed, make sure they have clothes on their back. That's probably what you're going to do. So that's one thing. We're also eliminating emergency services. You don't see, and down in Las Vegas, even on the Strip, you see casinos have their own security. But you didn't see a lot of police officers going up and down the Strip, especially walking. That's something that was, to me, very different. Very different. Especially a few years back, even before the pandemic, that was something you saw all the time. Another one, cities are actually reducing benefits. It's just like a shelter, food banks, right? We got less of them. And not just less food banks, less shelters, there's still about the same amount, if not more, but the concern is that there's been hundreds of thousands or millions of people enter into the United States that were not here before. Part of the problem. Now, one thing we did discuss was that residents here in the U.S., they can't take it anymore. They are fighting back. If somebody comes in and tries to steal their bike, guess what? Yo, you're not stealing my bike, and now they're going to be throwing punches. They're going to be trying to wrestle the bike away. And this is where some people are getting assaulted. This is where some people are they're losing their life. And again, it's a tough situation to be in. But why are we seeing crime increase in larger cities? Well, what we have seen, and this is something as a law enforcement officer, whatever, in the Vegas area, one of the things he said was that police are not being taken seriously. You can walk into a store and steal something, and they're gonna be like, "Well, I'm gonna call the police." Go ahead, call the police. What are they gonna do? Right? That's pretty much what they're saying. Not only that, people from other countries are stealing because they have to. They have no other way of providing food. They don't have money. And then they turn into petty theft where they're stealing candy and food items, drinks, right? Water bottles. That too, now they're trying to do, trying to pickpocket, trying to take your wallet, trying to take money. Now they're going into stealing credit cards and debit cards, trying to go and, take your stuff that way. But here's another one. Jails are now over capacity in the United States, that what we are hearing is that people are being released because there's no room for them. Even though a judge says that they need to be held, the jail has to release them because they do not have a spot. So even though this person could be, somewhat aggressive and be almost a danger to the community, the jail can't house them if there's not enough space. But guess what? The federal government isn't going to send out more money so that we can build new jails. And if we do, guess what? It's not going to happen tomorrow. Even if the bill were to pass and billions of dollars would go into funding this, you think they're just going to erect a prison in the matter of days or weeks? No. This could take years. So this problem that we're facing right now, this problem of seeing chaos and assault and theft here in the United States, guess what? This might not just be a problem for today. This could be a problem for all of 2024, and it could also extend through 2025 and beyond. So, just wanted to fill you in on what's going on at this time. Again, many experts are concerned that the crime rate here in the United States is about to surge more than it already has. So, we'll see what happens moving forward. All I can tell you is I'll be here every step of the way. I'll fill you in on all the latest news and updates, but that is what we know as of right now. So again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.